Meet Ava and me. Two sisters, same parents, completely different treatment. Ava, the golden child, and me, the afterthought. I mean, I know I wasn't planned, but come on, they could at least remember my birthday. Since I was born, they would constantly remind me how Ava was simply their priority over me. And while I don't really blame them, I mean, Ava was the straight-A student, captain of the cheerleading team, and all-around perfect human being. Me? I couldn't even spell cheerleading. I was just dead weight, a waste of space. But every attempt I took at achieving something, I was very quickly humbled. I remember once I even entered the talent show, but I was laughed at by the whole school. Even parents, including my own and Ava, sure did enjoy teasing me. That day was the worst. I thought my song was a masterpiece, but apparently the audience thought I was auditioning for a comedy show. They laughed me off the stage. Even Ava joined in. Thanks for the support, sis. Years go by and we see Ava continue to excel, while let's just say life wasn't the best. My boyfriend left me, I lose my job, and found myself couch surfing, bringing my guitar and my dreams. Ava, on the other hand, is a successful businesswoman with her own corner office and assistant. I mean, good for her and all, but if it wasn't for the funding from Dad, she would be a simple brokey, kinda like me, but I have a feeling she's not going to be the favorite much longer. Looking back, she never really earned anything in life. Dad paid for her education and used his powerful name to get her good jobs. One particular day, walking to the store, I was singing loudly as I didn't really care how I was seen. At that point, I was already a bum, and just like that, my life changed. A man in a suit and tie approaches me with a record label deal. Not long after news spread, I got calls from home from caring parents and a jealous sister, which after my success as a musician, I thought I had it all. But little did I know that my sister Ava was plotting against me. She started a YouTube channel and began making videos claiming that I didn't write my own music and that I used auto-tune to sound better. This time, with all the things she had done, this really took the cake. This was low even for Ava. Of course, it was all a lie, but it was enough to shake my fan base and my music career. I tried to set the record straight by going on a tour of talk shows, explaining how I wrote all of my own songs and even performing some of them acoustically. But it wasn't enough. Ava had already done too much damage, and my fan base began to shrink before my very eyes. The comments on my social media and YouTube videos were brutal. People were saying that I was a fraud and that I couldn't sing without auto-tune. It was a tough time for me, seeing my fans turn on me and not being able to do something about it, but I knew I had to keep fighting. I just couldn't let Ava win. I started posting more behind-the-scenes footage on my social media, showing how I wrote and recorded my music. I even released an acoustic album to prove that I could sing without auto-tune. I became sick of having to prove myself. It felt like the bond between me and my fans was forever severed. But Ava wasn't done with me yet. One day, I received a call from my label's president, James. He told me that Ava had sent him an email claiming that I was a fraud and that I didn't write my own music. He said that he had to investigate the claims and that I was suspended from the label until further notice. The hairs on my neck stood up out of frustration, and I stormed down to Ava's house to give her a piece of my mind. I was angry. I had worked so hard to get where I was, and now it was all being taken away from me. But I didn't give up. I hired a team of lawyers to help me fight back against Ava's claims. We gathered evidence of my songwriting process and recorded. Looking back, I can see that Ava's jealousy consumed her. She was so obsessed with taking me down that she didn't realize the damage she was doing to herself. I heard through the grapevine that Ava had lost her job because of her obsessive behavior. She would spend hours at work researching and trying to find evidence that I was a fraud. Her boss eventually caught wind of what she was doing and let her go. And then there was her husband. He couldn't handle Ava's jealousy and constant need to tear me down. He left her, and she was left all alone. It was sad to see her spiral out of control like that, but I couldn't help but feel a little bit of satisfaction knowing that her jealousy had finally caught up with her. In a way, Ava's downfall was a lesson for me. It showed me that jealousy and obsession can be destructive, and that it's important to stay true to yourself and the moral of this story is that in life, jealousy is quick to consume you, and you should never fall into the trap of it because it's hard to get out. Anyway, that's all. Stay safe. Thanks for watching Plot Portal, and don't forget to hit the red subscribe button and press the thumbs up if you like this video, Goku Solos.